Can I apply for immigration status for my family as well? Attorney Myron Morales explains that whether or not you can apply for immigration status for your family depends on the type of visa you are applying for. If you are applying for a business visitor visa and you are claiming that you will be here for just one meeting, they might not issue visas for your family. If you are applying for an H-1B visa and you are going to work here for the next 3 years, then the government will issue an H-4 visa. An H-4 is a dependent visa that allows your family to accompany you. Most of the time, it's really difficult to get work authorization for your spouse or your children. One exception is the L-2 visa, which is the dependent visa for L-1A and L-1B visas. The L-2 visa allows only the spouse to apply for work authorization. For the H-1B and the H-4 visa, you can apply for work authorization much later down the road, and it's dependent upon reaching a certain point in the lawful permanent residence application. It also requires applying for an extension beyond the 6-year limit on the H-1B visa. It gets a little more complicated when you are dealing with the family members of permanent residents. You are going to have to consider priority dates in order to determine if a family member of a permanent resident is eligible, and some countries and categories are backed up for several years. So I always recommend that people talk to an attorney in order to determine where those family members belong and whether or not it is even worth filing a petition. This also applies to employment-based immigration once the person reaches the point of applying for permanent residence. You'll see a lot of people trying to avoid the third preference, backlog, especially people from India, China, and the Philippines. Unfortunately, the wait can be several years for the first or second preference. The end result will depend on the person's individual qualifications and the requirements of the job. Contact Attorney Myron Morales in Austin, Texas for a case evaluation today. Attorney Myron Morales has over 14 years of experience in assisting individuals and companies with immigration compliance.